I'm Julia Sondu, showing you where development is happening. Please come and join us. Abia power project success can be replicated in Lagos. Others, Professor Naji. Abia Power Limited Electric has started taking electricity from the plant and supplying it to about 9 of the 17 local government areas in the southeast state. A former Minister of Power, Professor Bath Naji, has said that the newly inaugurated 181 megawatts power plant in Abia State can be reproduced in Lagos and other states of the country. Naji, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Geometric Power Limited, the owners of the Abia power plant, said that replicating the project across the country will be a good way of getting out of the reliance on the national grid. It's a blotter, an ink approach. So, if you drop ink on a part of a blotter, then it begins to spread. And if you drop it at various places, then eventually the entire blotter will have ink. If I look at the project that we have here, you can do the same thing in Lagos. You can do it in Eko, you can do it in Ikeja, you can do it in Kano, you can do it in Kaduna, various places where you have economic activities, industrial activities, Naji said in an interview on Channels Television's Sunrise Daily during the week. If you begin to look at the possibility of all of them eventually expanding, then that's what can help the country. You need to have a tight generation and distribution, not generation that has no direct relationship between generation and distribution. It is possible for this to be replicated throughout the country, and it will be a very good way to not have to rely on the national grid power arrangement. A new electricity distribution company, Abia Power Limited Electric, has started taking electricity from the plant and supplying it to about 9 of the 17 local government areas in the southeast state. According to Naji, the power plant's 188 megawatts capacity is more than the required power needed for the 9 LGAs. He said the capacity is almost 2/3 of what Enugu Electricity is currently serving the 5 southeast states. By the time we finish installing, we have 188 megawatts capacity. That's almost 2/3 of what Enugu Disco is serving 5 states in the east. The way to ensure reliability is that you have to have more than just adequate power. You have to have more than the requirement of the area. It must be more. So, because you cannot predict peak load for power always, people can just decide to do something and drop power, he said. The ex-power minister believes that with the power plant, industries struggling around the Abia area over power issues would come back to life. Some products are made here that can now be seamlessly done. The leather products industry, for example, very big business area, shoes, belts, and handbags can be made from hides coming from the northern part of Nigeria. Some of the things that used to exist in Nigeria can begin to come alive. There was such a time when rubber coming from the Midwest would be used to make tires in Ibadan, in Port Harcourt. Michelin, Dunlop, and then brake parts, these bricks. All those things can now be made because of electricity availability. Vice President Kashim Shettima inaugurated the geometric power plant in Abia, the industrial hub of Abia State, on Monday. The power plant, which was described as the first integrated electricity facility in Nigeria, is located in the Asisioma industrial hub of Abia in Abia. Regarding the Abia power matter, one of the best pieces of news emerging from the east is the imminent commissioning of the geometric power plant, poised to supply nearly half of Abia State with uninterrupted power for 24 hours. In fact, if fairness were to prevail, the entire area should enjoy round-the-clock electricity, with the one meant for the area to be covered by geometric power being redirected to other parts of the state. During the privatization of power distribution, Mr. Peter Obi, then chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, spearheaded discussions with geometric power, culminating in the establishment of a company to bid for privatization. The aim was to empower geometric to address the power crisis in the region. At that juncture, the project was near completion, and I vividly recall accompanying Mr. Peter Obi on several visits to the project site. As is often the case in Nigeria, vested interests prevailed over public welfare and optimal solutions. The Southeast Governors, in collaboration with Geometric, were sidelined. It was a familiar tale of short-sightedness trumping the greater good. Since then, geometric power has lain dormant. The lethargic governance of Abia State, under Dr. Otti Ikpeazu, failed to take decisive action, though, one might wonder, what could one expect from a governor who, in 8 years, couldn't revitalize Abia despite its pivotal role in Abia's fortunes? Such ineptitude amounts to a monumental failure. While the intricacies behind the scenes remain murky, credit must be given to the current governor of the state, Dr. Alex Otti, for his undoubted efforts in reigniting the project. It is actions like these that shape our perceptions of leadership and governance. Hats off to Geometric. Hats off to Professor Bath Naji. Hats off to the people of Abia State. May the nation one day fully embrace the ingenuity of individuals like Naji to tackle its power challenges. Why Abia Geometric Power Project took 20 years, Gov Otti. The power plant, which was described as the first integrated electricity facility in Nigeria, is located in the Osisioma industrial hub of Abia in Abia. Governor Alex Otti of Abia State has explained that a number of things contributed to the delay of the 181-megawatt geometric power plant in the Abia area of the state. This is a project that was started in 2004, during the administration of Governor Orji Uzor Kalu. Otti of the Labour Party said on Channels Television's Politics Today program on Thursday. The $800 million project, including the building 27 kilometers natural gas pipeline, championed by Geometrics Power Limited, has the capacity to generate and distribute 181 megawatts of power. A new electricity distribution company, the Abia Power Limited Electric, has started taking electricity from the plant and supplying it to about 9 of the 17 local government areas in the southeast state. On Monday, Vice President Kashim Shettima inaugurated the geometric power plant in Abia, the industrial hub of the state. The power plant, which was described as the first integrated electricity facility in Nigeria, is located in the Osisioma industrial hub of Abia in Abia. Giving a background to the delay in the project, Otti, a former bank chief, said sometimes in 2010, the founder of Geometrics Power Limited and ex-Minister for Science and Technology, Bath Naji, approached him as an executive director of First Bank to appeal that the former bank that was funding the project had stopped it midway owing to the global economic crisis. He said, "We processed an $85 million facility for him, Naji, but unfortunately, he couldn't draw down on that facility because the board of the bank felt that because I was proceeding to Diamond Bank as CEO, it won't make any sense to allow the country to withdraw the facility when the person that was going to manage it was not there. I headed to Diamond Bank, which actually was the bank that was initially funding the project. On getting to Diamond Bank, we restructured the facility and saw it to completion by October 2014, the time I left Diamond Bank. But a lot of things happened thereafter that made it impossible for the project to take off. There was the unfortunate sale and resale of the Abia Invest Island, and that took a life of its own. When that was resolved, Shell, which owned the major oil block that was supposed to supply gas to Geometric, has sold it to another company whose focus was not gas for domestic use but export. By the time we took over on the 29th of May, we sat down with Geometric a few times and engaged with NNPC, and NNPC deployed their partners and gas was made available." The governor said the plant currently supply 141 megawatts power. The capacity at this time is expandable to 181 megawatts when the final turbine is delivered. According to him, the third turbine of the plant has been fired and all the 3 turbines are operational, and power outage will the exception rather than the rule, which is the situation at this time. Otti said it would be difficult to say that his predecessor, Otti Ikpeazu, played a role in the project, adding that there was no evidence that the Abia state government has an equity in the plant. "I have set up a team to dig into the facts," he said. This is the end of our program today. See you on Intervlog same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you for watching Intervlog. Thank you.